but size-wise, it's about the same. I didn't measure it, but this is what I tell my wife. It's about 14 inches, so you could see. Stock OEM, as you can see. Let's see, this is a cold start. Okay, so to get the muffler off, the stock muffler, all you need is a 6mm, 4mm, and a 14mm. So what you're going to be doing is, we'll just put this here, take the heat shield off. It's these two screws. This one's going to be a little bit tighter, so I'll just break it free. There we go. We're not going to take this one off yet because we're going to loosen the D-ring. Okay. And so for down here, you need a 10mm ratchet. There's a little divot it catches in, so you just want to loosen it enough just to get it over that divot. And then we can go back and take this off. And we're going to get some towels so I don't scratch anything. All right, as you can see, I got my wife's yoga mat, so that's all we need because it's not ours, so we don't care if we get it dirty. All right, so that comes off. This comes out. And there you go. Oh my God, this is so heavy. I know everyone says they're heavy, but holy shit, this is heavy compared to the new one. So that's it. Now you've got it off. You've got this. We're going to clean it out a bit. And then that's where the new one goes in. Stay tuned. Okay, before you do anything, make sure you remove this graphite bushing. So this bushing right here is with the OEM. They said it's graphite. You just have to make sure you remove that. I've already wiped it down with a little WD-40 on the inside. And then we'll start. Okay, so the first piece is going to be your pipe. And this one, just note that the hex key is going to be 5mm now. So you want to put this on. And remember, you're going to angle it so that you're not going to tighten anything yet, but you're going to angle it so this is on this side, because that's obviously where the spring is going to attach. And then we'll tighten that in a second. I'm just going to give it a couple just so it doesn't fall. But we're going to line it up a bit better. So for now, that should be good. So next, you're going to want to install this onto the old foot peg. And it's only going to go one way. You're going to use the large nut. This is now an 8mm with a 16mm nut. So what you're going to do is, again, it only goes one way. You've got the collar large nut, goes in, goes all the way through, and then with your 16, we're just going to start it. And again, we're not going to tighten anything just yet too tight, because we want to make sure everything's fitted nicely. So what's going to happen is the muffler is going to actually pin to this little extension. So this we can have stay put too tight. So somebody on YouTube said to wear rubber gloves when you're actually handling this, because your fingerprints will leave oils, and when it heats up, it burns in. I'm gonna clean it anyways, but for the sake of the video, I'm gonna put my gloves on, just in case you're meticulous, which I am not. So again, this is gonna go in here. Okay, we're gonna slide it in, and we're gonna have to angle it so that this connects there. And just to make things interesting, they went with a different size nut again. I believe this one is 7, but the, again, collar, and then the bolt at the back is still a 13, so it's not too bad. So we're just gonna put this in loose, and then we're gonna tighten everything up. So very loose, just so we can align everything. All right, so now I'm just gonna play around with the fitment, but what we're looking for is just everything nice. And we'll tighten everything up and put the retaining spring, and that should be a wrap. Okay, so I've got everything snugged up pretty good. Not final, but you just want to check, make sure everything's tight. Next, we're going to do this, but I'm just going to tighten everything up. I misspoke. The nut back here is actually a 13, and the original one were 10 and 16, I believe. So again, just be cautious that everything in this kit is different size from the OEM, which is fine. I mean, we're probably making this kit for hundreds of bikes, so you don't want to go too tight. You just want to, and then okay, and is it this one? So again, just hand tight. Not gonna go too tight. One more. All right. Double check. All right, so we're ready to put the spring on. Let me get the kit. Okay, I didn't read the instructions, but this is the spring. It looks a little different than the, I guess, last year's model. This is a newer production, because it actually states 2022 on the box. So this is a little different, and it comes with this tool. So all you're gonna wanna do is do that, and then use the tool to stretch it into place. And that's it. So much easier with the tool. But I think we're all set. I'm just gonna give it a quick wipe down so I don't get any fingerprints burnt in, and we'll start it up and see how she sounds. Okay, so before we start, I'm just going to show you comparison what we have. So this is the new one installed, and length, I think it came out about here. It's, you know, smaller footprint, but this is so much heavier. Everyone says that, and you think like, how much heavier can it be? But size-wise, it's about the same. I didn't measure it, but this is what I tell my wife. It's about 14 inches, so you could see. Us guys know that that's not really 14 inches, but there you go for some perspective. All right, so we're gonna start it up. All right, moment of truth. Let's see how it sounds. Video I watch, I could never hear the difference, but in person, I'm telling you, it sounds a little bit deeper, throatier. It's not very loud. I don't think it's very I don't think it's louder at all, to be honest, but it does have a little growl to it. So it's a bit deeper. You know, for the $350 they're asking, I think it's a great little upgrade, and it's not going to be obnoxious. So as you can see, super easy to install. If I could do it, anyone can do it. And after action report for anyone who cares about packaging and materials, they do a really good job packaging. Everything came really nice, very beautiful. They threw in some stickers. Everything's so I believe these are heat stickers. There you go, LeoVince, and really well done. Just opening it, you tell it's a quality product.